The player archetype has evolved over time, originally referring to someone who womanizes women rather than appreciating them. Have you heard the expression good girls like bad boys? If that's the case, today's player is more likely to function under this dynamic. We've developed a list to better address the theory of why most girls can't resist the player mentality to assist you better grasp the ups and downs of being a player. 1. Taking control of the social scene. Owning the social scene is a significant barrier for many males. Many of us find social events nerve-wracking, and when you add a group of attractive ladies to the mix, your nerves might become even worse. Have you ever seen a confident man talking with many people at the same time in a bar or at another event? Perhaps even several women. These guys are completely at ease in social situations and don't mind being the center of attention. In fact, they thrive in such circumstances. Just to be clear, not every socially confident male is a player, but this characteristic is at the heart of every player's skill set. Don't be too hard on yourself if you're deficient in this area. It turns out that a lot of men are. It's a rare quality to inherit, especially because most guys prefer smaller groups or one-on-one interactions. Examine the social skills of someone who appears to have a lot of luck when they are the center of attention. This could take a while. However, with a little research, observation, comprehension, and effort, you may quickly become the life of the party. 2. Rebellion without justification. Women have been drawn to the bad boy's rebellious attitude and devious methods for centuries. The bad kid, or rebel, usually possesses 3 characteristics that are both powerful and missing in others: confidence, assertiveness, and dominance. Perhaps you've always been taught to open doors for women and the elderly, but the rebels prefer to have someone open the door for them. The 3 attributes they excel at most often result in a manipulative mentality in the gamer. For whatever reason, a lot of women find this appealing. The rebel complex can only take a player so far, peaking in high school, and then fading over the next decade or so as women realize they prefer stability and reliability. Most women realize that the bad boy image they so desperately desired has resulted in a disastrous relationship in their adult lives. Focusing on the 3 attributes of assertiveness, confidence, and dominance and attempting to master them without creating a poisonous environment is one of the finest advice in this regard. When on a dinner date, for example, open doors for your date and order for them depending on their preferences. This combination of generosity and assertiveness works well to create a relaxing atmosphere. Keep in mind that every woman is unique, and none of these strategies are guaranteed to bring you success. Being able to read not only the ladies but also the environment and make adjustments as needed is an important part of being excellent with them. While those 3 characteristics may be detrimental to being a rebel, they are equally crucial in being a gentleman. Breaking the law is number 3. When it comes to the player's armory, breaching the rules is a typical go-to. The laws of dating and attracting ladies will be bent, broken, or rewritten by successful players. This affects both men and women, as the rebellious attitude is intended to affect both genders. For example, some ladies prefer the rule-breaking kind, while other guys admire how casually they break the rules. If a woman notices one male is envious of another, it could work to the player's advantage, giving him the bad boy edge that certain women crave while making the other male appear to be a pack member rather than the alpha. 4. Rejecting rejection. Who enjoys being rejected? While getting turned down for a date, denied a job, or having a business deal rejected may irritate you or me and leave us fuming for a while, the player is generally unfazed. It's a difficult sensation to shake, but the player's disrespect for society and how it works makes not caring about rejection look easy. It's far more difficult than it appears, which is why it works so well for the rebellious player. However, how and why does this benefit them? It may surprise you to hear that it's more of a numbers game than a quality over quantity issue. Remember how we said the player enjoys being the center of attention and can easily hold discussions with numerous people without exerting much effort. When this guy asks female number 1 out and she declines, he simply moves on to girl number 2. Because the player has control over the room's social demographic, they may simply begin up discussions with a variety of potential targets until one bites. A common technique for a normal type of guy may include the male selecting one gorgeous female in the room and then taking his time approaching her. By the time he does this, the majority of the night out will have passed, yet he will anxiously approach the woman and try to pique her attention. In this case, the female declines his advances and rejects him on the spot. If this were the player, he'd just brush it off and move on to the next potential suitor. The average guy's ego has been harmed, and he will be concerned by this for the rest of the night, if not longer. We do not recommend attempting to mimic the player image, but rather utilizing its characteristics to develop your own game while maintaining proper etiquette and chivalry. The defiant persona may work better when you're younger, but it doesn't translate well into maturity. As a result, qualities like confidence, assertiveness, and authority can be polished and used as positive tools in your arsenal.